All right. Hey guys, welcome to the SME Sunday training. We have every Sunday. Today is June 29th. I hope you guys are having a fabulous week. And also, it's the end of the month, so I hope everybody is closing out the month really strong. As I said in the group today, Steve, our fearless leaders, Steve, Rachel, and Lanacia Rachel are both at the No Excuses Summit, an event out there in Las Vegas, so they could not join us today. But they left it up to the rest of the leadership to put this event on and to answer any questions and hopefully give you guys a couple of valuable nuggets that you can use to increase your business and increase your income through Wake Up Now and Self-Made Empire. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and welcome some of the other leaders we have on the call. We have Mr. Kyron Wheeler from right outside of Dallas, Texas. How are you today, sir?
Oh, man, I'm awesome. I'm blessed. How about yourself?
Oh, man, super fantastic as well, man. Man, every time we get together and we have such, incredible individuals. Oh, and there's Candace coming on to the call, but like I was saying, every time we get on and we have such incredible representation from leaders like yourself, and also people like Candace Bird Davis, who just joined us. Hey, Candace, how are you doing today? She's calling us from Pennsylvania. How are you doing, Candace? All right, we may be having a delay or audio issue from there. Are you able to hear her, Kyron?
No, not right now.
Okay, all right. So she's trying to get back on, guys. She may have to refresh and get back on. But the point is, we have some incredible leadership, and I'm glad to have you folks on the call with me today doing the Self-Made Empire Sunday training. So the topic that we're going to discuss today is about home-based business meetings. That is building your business by inviting your guests, your prospects, people that you have asked that question to, are you open to earning some additional income? And they answered yes. Or, you asked them, who do you know that needs to make some extra income? And they said, well, me. And you were like, okay, great. So what you did was you set up a home business presentation, guys, and you can do that a number of different ways. One way is you just get some finger foods, and this is what we'll do. We'll just lay out some guidelines that we know that really help you have a really good presentation. Okay, and one of the guidelines is not to have a 4-course meal, guys. You do not want to go in the kitchen and be cooking barbecue and roast beef and everything else for 2 or 3 days, getting ready for guests to show up, guys. Please don't go out of your way and do all of that. If you just get cheese and crackers, maybe a plate from your local grocery store that or a tray that has finger foods already laid out. Just get that, a couple of bottles of inexpensive soda and things like that. That will do. It does not have to be a gourmet spread by any means. And also, I do know that you want to make people comfortable coming over, so you want to spend a few minutes talking to each other and enjoying some of the finger foods. You might even wait until after the presentation to bring the food out and the drinks out. But I do know this: you don't want to have alcohol available. You want people to be comfortable, but you don't want them falling all over themselves. And some people's personalities tend to change if they get a little inebriated. So we don't, you don't want to bring that stuff around and have that out. So let's keep the alcohol to a minimum. It is a gathering, but not a full-on party. So we don't want to have the full-on party atmosphere. Keep it light, keep it professional, and make everybody comfortable. And then now, I know Steve and Lanacia are working on a presentation that will be available for all of our team that will simply be on a DVD that you'll be able to take and plug in to your DVD player or your Blu-ray player and let that go. And basically all you have to do is get your guests to your home, make them comfortable, and stand up in front of the room and say, hey guys, I'm glad you showed up today. We appreciate you guys being here. We did discuss if you guys were open to an opportunity to make some extra income. I'm glad you were able to make it. So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to put on this DVD from two of our leaders and my business partners that have, they reside in Las Vegas, Nevada, and they have graciously put this presentation together. It only lasts for about 30 to 45 minutes, so make yourself comfortable. I'm going to press play, and then all you have to do is sit down and watch it closely with them. Now, I do know this also. When the presentation is playing, your guests will do exactly what they see you do. So if you're playing the presentation at your home business, reception, guys, if you're playing that presentation and you get up and you're doing things in the kitchen, or you're walking around doing this and that, you're checking your cell phone, they're going to watch and see what you do, and they're going to do it too. So you want to give the presentation your full attention. Sit forward in your chair. Act like this is the best information that you've ever seen in your life, and act like it is the first time that you've seen this presentation. Even watch it closely to the point where you're shaking your head in agreement to what's being said on that presentation, guys, because like I said, the guests are going to do exactly what they see you do. So the closer attention that you pay to the presentation, the more they'll do the same, guys. So I don't want to hog the session today, so I'm going to go ahead and pass it. Kyron, based on what I just talked about, do you have any tips for putting on a great home-based business reception?
Oh yeah, I mean, all the information you gave was awesome. Yeah, you don't want to have liquor, no heavy foods. Another good tip for as far as drinks as well is you can actually get Wake Up Now's products, the Awaken, the energy drink, the Citrus Rush, and you can serve that as small. It don't have to be anything big like a whole can of the energy drink. I mean, you probably can split it up 3 ways and just let them sample the products. That's a good way of sharing that information and let them see what the product actually does. Another thing, I mean, the person that's hosting the event should always welcome the guests and thank them for coming out at the beginning. And if you have any of other people in your area that's a part of Wake Up Now, whether they've been on your team, on another team, you may collaborate with someone else to do a home event. I mean, they get up, tell their story, why they decide to get started, how Wake Up Now is benefiting them for about 2 or 3 minutes. They tell that. Then you go into your video, or if you're going to do the PowerPoint presentation yourself, whichever one you decide to do. You do that, then it goes from there to you can always, ask us leaders. Steven, I know Steven done it a lot. He's got on webinars, a Google Hangout with a person in their home event where they show them on the TV, and he answer any questions that your guests may have. So you will edify Steven or Ro or myself or Candace or any other leaders that you have there, or your sponsor. So you do that. Another thing you can do after that is so this is just kind of the flow. If you guys are taking notes, get those questions answered. And of course, whoever does that part is probably going to, do the call to action and close it out a little bit more. And then, you can come up and tell your story if you want to after that. And then just basically get people, get them signed up if they're ready to get started. One thing that once I started having my home events, I'm going to do after all that, if people decide to get started, I'm going to host like a mini training, maybe 10 to 15 minutes after that, and just kind of tell people what to go over. Lene should create a success packet, which I don't know if Candace was able to pull it up and show everybody. The success package, to where it shows you, that they can write down their username, their password, show them all the training websites, all of the products that we have. It kind of breaks it down a little more into depth. So it's about a couple page long, and you can show them that, and then show them exactly how to access each one of these different things, how to log into their back office. So about 10, 15 minutes, then you close it out. Another thing as well is for the ones that do decide to join, you want to get their presentation or their home event scheduled within, I say 72 hours to a week tops, 3 to 5 days tops. After they join, they need to schedule a home event. So make sure you have your calendar there, have your calendar open for all your prospects. that decide to join your business or join your organization, and schedule a home event with them within the next 5 days. And do the same thing once you close their event out. Do the exact same thing with the people that sign up there. And next thing you know, you'll find yourself doing a home event probably once a day, and your business is growing rapidly. So I mean that's pretty much it. And then champagne can come out afterwards, celebration. But that's all I really have as far as tips. Candace has done a couple of them. She's done an outstanding job in her area. So we can, I guess, back to you, Ro, and you can give it to Candace.
Hey, wow, what some incredible tips you have there, because that's the thing, guys, and I'm going to share just one real quick tip, and then I'm going to pass it over to Miss Candace Bird Davis. She put on an incredible phone conference today, guys. If you're not getting on those SME phone conferences that Candace and Kyron have been holding and getting your prospects on those, guys, you are missing the boat. Wow, I got on there today and I was blown away. But anyway, I digress. But another thing that you can do, guys, this is a trick that we used to use in our old business. After the end of your presentation and you are doing your little impromptu training session with your new representatives, guys, and you passed out the success packet, you can stand up in front of everybody that's listening to you, and you can go, listen, guys, I'm going to give you the Wake Up Now customer service phone number. I would like you to pick up your mobile phone and open up your phone and save this number. You give them the toll-free number and you tell them, go ahead and put that number under Wake Up Now customer service, because if you have any kind of questions to how the back office works, or in addition to using the videos in the back office, you may need to call customer service. I want you to have that number locked into your phone. But do not put your cell phone away, because while you have your cell phone open, I want you to think about some of the contacts that you have in your cell phone right now. And on your success packet, I would like you to write down your top 10 to 25 names that are right in your contact list on your mobile phone. So while you have that open, let's go ahead and start jotting down the first top 10 or top 25 people that you may want to present this opportunity to. Write down their name, write down their number. So have them write that on their success packet. And guys, if people already have their mobile phones out, they're a lot more comfortable going through their list and starting that, that brain jogger, that, you're jogging their memory as to who would be great in this opportunity, who would they like to present this information to first. And they can go ahead and start getting that list going, because that's the whole object of this. We want to get them growing their business as fast as possible. As fast as possible. And the quicker that you can get them to a paycheck, the more assured that you can be that they'll stay in and be a great team member with you in your business. Okay. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to Mrs. Candace Bird Davis. Candace, what else do you have to say as far as tips for home-based business presentations?
I just want to make sure first you guys can hear me, right? Okay, good.
Yes. Loud and clear. You're perfect.
Lots of technical difficulties tonight. I apologize for that. Guys, whenever it comes to the home presentations, there's a couple things. Specifically how I do mine. You definitely want to be natural. Be you. Because eventually somebody's going to sense, or if they've been to multiple events, they're going to notice if you're changing who you are. Kind of be yourself, for one. And another tip is, don't ever let them see you sweat. I don't care how nervous you are doing this event. You doing the event, technically, you have more knowledge about your business than what they do. So don't be nervous about it, because you're more educated about your one business than what they are. That's why they're there. One of the great things that I do, of course, the host who's having the home event, make sure they edify you, let them know, because the edification is definitely key. People who come to the home event want to know who's presenting it to them. They definitely want to know, your credentials. What do you know? How long have you been in there? How long have you done network marketing? They don't want just some yahoo off the street trying to give them some information. It's not going to work. You are an independent business owner who cares for people, so you're sharing information with these people. So make sure that, you know, you have your host edify you as well. One thing that I do, and I started doing this in the beginning just because I was super nervous, but the success packet that we have, I started using that because at first I was super, super nervous, didn't want to forget anything, and actually that turned into my everyday routine whenever I do a home presentation. Of course, I do, you know, the regular presentation. I have the clicker. I do all that. But if it's that type of group where it's your friends or something like that, I like to use the success packet. For one, it's a cheat sheet. It's definitely a cheat sheet. Two, it puts something in front of them as well. So not only are they sitting there just watching you talk, they have that same information. They can follow along. They can look at the pretty pictures, you know, everything. And I'm actually going to show you guys kind of like an example as to what I do. Ro, if that's okay with you, I'd like to go ahead and show them. Okay, so what I normally do is this. Hold on, let me go. I should have had it opened in a separate screen, but I didn't. Give me 1 second.
And guys, while she's doing that, please make sure you guys are taking some good notes, because there's gonna be a lot of information that she's gonna give you and show you on this success packet. Also, and please ask questions at the end, because I mean we're here to answer all questions, because this is what the top leaders in Wake Up Now are doing. They're actually doing home events. You know, whether it being actually in someone's home, a hotel event that they, you know, because they got 50, 60, 70 people, a huge team down there, or they even, you know, some of them do Uvu calls or Google Hangouts, you know, over the air. So make sure you guys take notes and ask questions at the end of the webinar.
Definitely, definitely. Okay, you guys can see my screen, correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. This is the success packet that Lanacia has created for the team, and I'm just scrolling through just to show you guys what it looks like in its entirety. But I actually print these out, and I take them for every home event. So, you know, my hostess has an idea of how many people are showing up. So I make sure that I print enough for everybody who's showing up, plus some extras. And this is my cheat sheet, guys. So for those of you who are nervous about doing home presentations, don't be nervous anymore. Take yourself a cheat sheet. You're giving everybody else one. You let them know, you know, this is my packet on Wake Up Now, just to give you guys some additional information. And you can just go, not necessarily read from the top, but it gives you some bullet points. You know, it gives them information on bullet points. Of course, when you start out, you want to tell them your why. You want to let them know why you did why you decided on network marketing, why you chose Wake Up Now. You know, like they say, you have to have a why big enough to make you cry. So, you know, you guys have all heard my whys, those of you who plugged into the conference calls and so forth. I want to retire myself, which I did. I want to retire my husband. He's always put his life on the line. I have 2 kids that I want to live for. I know life's too short. I lost a sister and a brother, one to domestic violence and one to just a similar, just a crime in general. So, you know, my why is big enough to make somebody cry whenever they hear my full story. And let them know your story. Be personable. People connect with you when you get more on a personal level than you do on a business level. When you get personal about your why and why you chose network marketing, why you chose Wake Up Now, people feel more connected with you and more likely to join you, because like they say, people don't join businesses, people join people. So make sure that you get yourself on a more personal level with them. But in my success packet, I go through it just as you see it. You know, Wake Up Now, I start on the right-hand corner. Wake Up Now, you know, pretty much we're a company who was established in 2009. We're a publicly traded company. We're on NASDAQ. Our code is WORC. You know, we have 100,000 plus customers and distributors. Guys, it's all right here for you. And for some of you guys who are on the call, you'll notice that a lot of this information here is what's on my conference calls. And this is exactly what I use. Like Lanacia came up with an amazing package. And it even tells you, you know, what's their visions. They wanted to, you know, offer products with an outstanding value and, you know, offer distributors a real chance to change their lives. And, you know, the first 1 or 2, you might find yourself looking at this presentation during it, but that's okay. Because to be honest, when you put this in front of them, they're looking at it with you. So they're really not noticing that you're not making complete eye contact with them constantly, because they're reading along. They're looking at everything that you put in front of them. You've given them something to look at and read about as you're talking about it as well. And of course, I go down to explain our executive team. You know, Jason Elrod's our president. Kirby Cochran's our CEO. He's the big career venture capitalist. Phil Pollock used to be a CPA with Ernest & Young. He transitioned into, owning one of the largest home builders in the Phoenix area. You can find a lot of information that will help you guys explain who our executive team is just on Wake Up Now's website. When you go to the About Us section, they have a little mini bio on every single one of them. Jason, Kirby, Phil. Pull out something that you're going to remember, and it doesn't even have to be long, just a short tagline. Just a short tagline so they know that you know who runs our company. And then what I do next is whenever I go into it, I start and I do these 2 pages reverse. I do this page second, but I do this page first, down here where it starts with TaxBot, because I explained it. Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but your screen is showing the folder that you have the success packet in, but if you're showing a window that has the success packet open, it's not showing that one. So
what about, has it changed at all yet?
Not yet.
Oh, wow. Okay, hold on a second. My apologies, guys. Let me try this again for you.
No problem. Guys, while she's bringing that up, I want to tell you a couple of little tips on edification. Guys, if you are working with the leader and you're about to bring that leader up, here are a couple of little highlight things that you could say about anyone who is a leader in this business, and it applies to anyone, okay? You could say, listen, guys, I have the esteemed pleasure of inviting our leader to talk to everyone tonight. And listen, here's a couple of things I can tell you about this person. Number 1, they are leading the national expansion of Self-Made Empire and Wake Up Now. Okay, you can always say that line. They're leading the national expansion. So if you're taking notes, make sure you jot that one down. Number 2, you can say this person has a lot of fun. Number 3, you can say this person makes a lot of money. And number 4, you can say, but on top of all of that, this person, more importantly, helps a lot of other people enjoy freedom, money, and time freedom through this business, guys. So those are a couple of things about edification. If you say those couple of things about anyone, you have edified someone perfectly in this business. So you don't have to, interview them for 20 minutes before they come and speak. You can always say that about any of the leaders. So with that, I hope you took those couple of tips and jotted them down. But with that, I'll turn it back over to Candace. She has the document up on the screen for you now.
Okay, guys, sorry about that. So you guys can definitely see it now, right, Ro?
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. All right, guys, so this is where I was telling you on the right-hand side, I get all the information from Wake Up Now that Lenacia put here. Here's our visions right here. So I kind of just go through this with them. Our executive team, like I had said, find a sentence or 2 about each one off the website. Now, where I left off was I go right down onto the second page first because I like to explain to people that they become independent business owners, allowing them 450 additional tax write-offs a year. That's where I start with the TaxBot. And I briefly explain every single one of these items on here. I then go back up here and start with this page here. And I always end with the Vacation Club. Then what you do is, you start hitting on the incomes, guys, and as comfortable as you can get. Director 3, you get 3 people into your organization, you're free. Founder 3, get your 3 gets 3. I don't go too deep into each founder level. I just let them see how D3 and F3 pretty much work. And I explain briefly on F4, F5, and I let them see this for themselves. And I explain to them based on the size of your team and how much you grow throughout your business with Wake Up Now, these will determine your income levels. So I give them something to actually look at. And they actually look at this. And then in the closing, I kind of ask them if there's any questions. I go over any questions that they have. And then I ask them, who is ready to make that commitment to make your 2014 better than your 2013? Who's ready to make that commitment tonight? Those who aren't ready to make the commitment tonight, and those who say that they want to look at it a little further, anything like that, I openly ask them, hey, Ro, if you don't mind me asking, what is your reservation, or what is holding you back from making the decision and joining Wake Up Now tonight? I simply ask them the question because maybe there's something that they have going on that they don't necessarily, they haven't yet said it, but I kind of ask them, you know, what is keeping you from making the decision to be your independent business owner with Wake Up Now? And that kind of gives you an idea as to where they stand. You know, are they unsure? They're not sure if they can bring people in, whatever the question may be. And then that's when you can kind of rebuttal them. You know, we have the blueprint to success. You know, as you'll see down here, we have our training websites. We do our training webinars. We do our conference calls. You know, we make sure that we're here to ensure your success. And I let them see the commitment to success. You know, I let them see how we make sure that we're available for them. And I even explain to them, you know, we even give you a little mini blueprint to get started. There's a little mini blueprint, but also here's our training websites, here's this, here's that. And I ask them any other questions that's keeping them reserved from making that decision. And we just go through and I let them know, you know, this is your commitment to success. This is how we're so positive that you'll be successful as long as you follow the blueprint and you plug into the trainings, you plug into the calls, and this is going to be your 72-hour startup pack. And I just let them know, you know, you can honestly sit here and think that you do have 10 people's names and phone numbers in your cell phone right now that you can actually put down on here. I let them know how we need to do, if we need to do 3-way calls, anything like that. Guys, this success packet that Lanacia has created is honestly going to be phenomenal in using it for your first few presentations until you actually get comfortable enough in doing it on your own and actually just flying through it. Whether you're using a regular presentation or what have you, that packet is your cheat sheet. Don't be afraid to use it. Don't be afraid to print them out and have them for people. That's your cheat sheet. It's okay to use it, and as long as you put one in front of them, they're following along with you. So they don't necessarily see you reading off of a lot of the stuff because you're not going to read off. You're going to prepare for it beforehand. You know a lot about your company now. That's just going to be the bullet points, kind of like the guide to get you where you need to go. So that's all I have to say on the home presentation and the success packets. Be yourself. Be, you know, completely cool, calm, collected. Don't let them see you sweat. You know more than they do. And the key to success is getting out and getting those home presentations. Like we always say, you know, you have to operate your business on this now mentality where there's no opportunity wasted, NOW. And everybody that you come in contact with is your opportunity. So, you know, get those home presentations set up. If somebody on your team does not want to have a home presentation or is not ready because they just got in, that's fine, guys. Nobody's stopping you from doing your own home presentation. Do it in your home. Tell your team to invite 2 or 3 people to your home to do it. Don't sit around and wait for somebody else to do it for you. You need to go out and make that initiative, do it yourself, and start building your team, guys. Because if not, you guys are sitting around just waiting for something to happen. As long as you're just sitting around waiting, it's not going to happen. You have to go out and make it happen. And that's by doing the home presentations, guys. So set up, if you haven't already done a home presentation, in this upcoming week, set up one. Even if you invite 5 to 10 people over to your house. If you invite 5 and 3 show up, perfect. Home presentation. If you're an IBO and you don't have your 3, you invite those 5, 3 show up. If you had a, you know, luck of the draw and all 3 signed up, you're a D3 that fast on your first presentation. If 2 signed up, that's fine. Turn around next week, do another one. Those who you didn't invite this week, invite them next week. Those who couldn't come this week, committed to coming this week and didn't come, invite them to the next one. And just keep inviting, keep inviting, and keep having them. And then your team's going to keep having them as well. So, guys, you definitely got to get out there, get those home presentations in. Don't be scared. What do they say? Scared money doesn't make money. So you guys can't be scared. Just get them home presentations in, guys.
Wow, that's powerful information. Thank you so much, Candace. Because just following along with that packet will really guide you to having a very effective meeting right there at your home, guys. And we have a question already that popped up in the Q&A section, and it is from Mr. Wayne White. Thank you for joining the webinar today, Mr. White. And he asked, where can we get the packet? Candace, can you go ahead and tell him where he can get his hands on that success packet?
Sure, Ro. I'm actually checking right now. I believe the success packet was uploaded in the Files tab, and I'm just scrolling through here just to see, but I believe it was uploaded in the Files tab. I actually had mine saved, but what I can do is I can actually put the link in the page. I'm trying to scroll through. I don't see it right offhand, but I do know Lanacia had put it in there. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put the Dropbox link to it again back in there for the PDF, so you guys will have access to it.
Awesome, awesome. You know, I was thinking the same thing, but I wasn't sure. That's why that's why I pawned that question off on you. Thank you, Candace.
You're very welcome.
Hey, you know, hey guys, we're 110% real over here, guys. You know, if I don't know the answer, somebody does. So if it's not in the Files tab, we'll make sure it is in the Files tab coming up real soon for everyone to use, guys, because that success packet works. And I'm going to tell you something, because I was looking at it when Candace had it up on the screen. And like I was telling you at the very beginning, there is an area where you can start having your guests write down their top 5 to 10 prospects right there from their cell phone. And I'm telling you guys, if you use that little psychological trigger where you're having them write down the Wake Up Now customer service number right above that space where they can write down their 5 to 10 prospects, have them write down the customer service number and say, listen, put that number in your phone right now. You'll see them reach for their phone. They'll open it up to program the number in. Give them the number, have them program it into their cell phone, and just say, hey, listen, while you have your phone out, who are your top 5 to 10 people that you can think of right now to put in those spaces below? Have them start writing it in. Guys, the sooner you can get people to start taking action, and I mean an action is simply writing on that piece of paper, the more committed they become to doing this business. And there's also another section that I saw in there where your prospects can set up their username for their website. Guys, get them to take out the packet during the presentation and tell them, listen, this is one of the biggest things that you'll decide for your business. This is your username. It'll also become part of your website URL. Go ahead and think of that name and write it in that space. Have them write it right then and there. The more people are doing an action stepping towards getting their business started, the easier it will become for you to actually have them take the step of going to your website and setting up their business, guys. So that's just a little psychological trick. It works every time, I'm telling you. Every small yes will lead to the ultimate yes. So get them to shake their head yes, get them to actually take actions. Every time you get them to take a positive action, it becomes easier for them to decide to join you in your business. So that's one thing. And again, guys, I'm going to go over that edification thing one more time. So say you had Candace Bird Davis in on your home presentation, and she's going to close it out for you, and you're introducing her before she speaks. You're going to say, hey, listen, guys, you know, I'm so glad you guys are here and you got the information. But to close this out, I have the esteemed pleasure of introducing one of our top leaders that's going to speak to you just for a few minutes. And just to tell you a little bit about this person, first of all, she's leading the national expansion of our business. Second of all, Candace, I tell you what, she has a lot of fun while she builds the business. She makes a lot of money, but most importantly, what I can tell you about Candace Bird Davis is she loves helping other people. So guys, get ready. Take out your notepad, take out your pencil, get ready to take some notes. Candace, please take it away. Thank you for joining us. That is the way that you bring a leader out. If you just remember those couple of tips, leading the national expansion, has a lot of fun, makes a lot of money, most importantly, helps a lot of people, you can bring a leader out properly every time. You don't have to stumble around worrying what to say about this person. You've got the little factors all ready to go. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and pass it back. Does any anyone else have anything to add to what's been said already about home presentations on the panel?
I can say one or two more things. Also, when you're doing your home presentation, guys, make sure you guys are excited, energetic, because like Rose said before, they feed off you because you're the presenter, you're hosting the event. So make sure that you're excited when you're presenting the information or even when you're telling your story. Also, if you're gonna do a home event, you have a home event scheduled. You may have invited 10 or 15 people to your home, and if you schedule it for 7:30, please make sure you start on time. You know, because people watch that. I don't. If you invited 10, only 2 there at that time, and other people trickle in. Start on time because the 2 people that are watching you, they're looking at your professionalism. See if you're professional with it and everything that you're doing. So make sure you start on time. You know, communicate with them as they come into the door. See if they want some refreshments. And you know, my big thing is have some products there if you can. And that'd be a good way for them to test out the products and see how good the things are and different things like that. So. That's it for me.
Awesome, awesome. And you know, that got me to thinking, Kyron, there's a couple more things, let me tell you guys, that's going to help you out because this will really crush your spirits if this happens, guys. I'm talking about you have to have a talk with your kiddos before people start getting there and say, listen, mommy and daddy are going to be busy. So anything that you want from the kitchen, let's get it now. Anything that you might have to have a need for, let's get it knocked out before the guests get there, guys. And let them know that when the guests are in, to not come in, not ask a whole bunch of questions. Because, guys, I can tell you, there have been times where I've been at home presentations and, you know, one of the kids came in and asked something at a critical moment, and that let the guest did not hear the information that might have helped them make the decision to get started, but they missed that information because, you know, one of the kids came in and asked a question, or, you know, there was a distraction that happened because a small kid's doing something or saying something. So if you normally don't get a babysitter, that night may be a great night to get someone to watch the kiddos and make sure everything's taken care of and to keep them out of the area of the home where you're actually having your presentation. Nothing against family, guys, but you don't want to have your prospect miss a critical piece of information that can get them to get started with you. Another thing is pets. Guys, we all love our pets. They're like family members. But I just have to let you know, some people get nervous with pets. Some people, you know, there's a lot of dog lovers out there, but everybody does not like dogs. And you know, our pet friends, they love to greet people that come to the house. They love, you know, as soon as you open the door, they'll start jumping up on them and stuff. I'll tell you from experience, guys, that could be a big no-no right there. So, just to be considerate, you may want to lock Rover away, put him out back or something, put him in the cage. I mean, whatever you got to do, but just to make everyone comfortable, because I'm just telling you, everyone is not a dog person. Everyone is not a cat person. So be considerate of your guests and, you know, and make it as comfortable as possible for them. This is your business, and you don't want a small thing like an interruption from one of the younger members of the family or for one of your pet members of the family to destroy that decision for you and your guests. So make sure that you do that. You know, any other questions? Let me check the questions and answer section. I'm not seeing any other questions, guys. If you have any questions that you want the panel to answer, please feel free to go up there. Don't be shy. Feel free to go up there and put in a question that you could have answered right here and right now by the panel, guys. So feel free to do that. And there was another question that came up in the group today, and it was about, because I did a little Instagram video that related back to an MLSP training a couple of days ago, and Diane asked, what are some of the apps that you could use to spice up your pictures if you're doing Instagram marketing? Guys, there's another one called Photo Lab. It's a free download from the Google Play Store, or you could get it from your iPhone App Store, and it is called Photo Lab. And what you can do with your pictures is it'll do really cool stuff like put your face on the front of a Forbes magazine. So can you imagine setting up an ad out there that says, "Hey guys, you're invited to the Self-Made Empire Wake Up Now webinar that we're holding this Tuesday night. So be there or be square. It's done wonders for me." You know, and then you have a picture of yourself on the cover of Forbes magazine. That's a big attention getter, guys. There's one where you can put your face on the front of a $100 bill right there. And it's a free app. It's a free download. I think there is an upgrade for it, but you can use the app. It just puts the name of the app on your pictures if you don't do the upgrade. So that works perfectly, guys. So Photo Lab is one. InstaQuote works really, really well. That one is worth paying the upgrade for because you can put quotes out there. I even showed in my training video, I showed you how to put your picture, how to personalize your quotes that you may use on Facebook or Instagram or any of your social networks. People love personalization. They love seeing you. They love seeing your face. They love seeing what your lifestyle is and seeing you do things with the business. So don't forget that tip, guys. You know, you could look at everyone's Facebook profile, and I'll tell you right now, without looking, the posts that get the most engagement are not posts that you talk only about your business and this is my link to sign up. They are posts where you're giving value, where you're sharing some information, where you're giving your opinion on something, as long as it's not a divisive opinion. You don't want to really go into religion and politics, but if you give your opinion on something, I know Steve did a video here last week that really blew up, and he was talking about the law of averages. If you haven't looked at that video in the Self-Made Empire group, please go there and check that out. At the very beginning of the video, Steve shows a little bit of his lifestyle because he's sitting in front of his front door, and that thumbnail for the video shows that. So you're automatically curious. You want to see what's being said in that video. Then he shows a clip. You just have to see the video, guys. But I'm telling you, those things get the most engagement on social networks. So with that, I will check to see if there's any other questions. Candace or Kyron, feel free to chime in if you may have thought of anything else to add.
Guys, I did go into the group and I actually pinned the success packet at the top row. I took down your pin just because the webinar or training's going on now. But I did pin that success packet up there, so make sure you click on the link. It is a Dropbox file, so you can actually transfer it to your own Dropbox. For those of you who don't, just a little key thing, for those of you guys who don't have Dropbox, download it and get it on your phone. Because the nice thing is with Dropbox is anything that you drop into, and I'm actually trying to find my app here now so I can give you guys an idea. But anything that you drop into your Dropbox, for those of you guys who don't have Dropbox, it's probably too hard to even see it, but it's the little one up in the top left-hand corner. And it's free to download it. But the nice thing is when you download your Dropbox, anything that you put in there, the success packet, it might even be the rebuttals. There was a nice one in there with rebuttals. I've even dropped like Kirby Cochran's short little video clip in there. I'm just looking through a few things to give you guys an idea. Everything that is my business related is in my Dropbox, only because this goes everywhere with you. You can forget your laptop at home, but you rarely ever forget your phone. And if you should have to run into somebody who needs it, or you want to show them something, you can pull that success packet up on your phone if you're not carrying one with you, and you can actually go through the whole success packet on the phone while you're sitting there talking to somebody. Mine's loading right now, but you know, Dropbox is an awesome, awesome, awesome thing because quite a few things, especially on the iPhones and the Androids, my computer has what they call AirPrint or something like that. My friends will be over at my house, need to print something, they'll print it right from their phone. Simple and easy, it goes with you. It's kind of like you know, one of the little sticks that you used to save all your documents on. If you're running somewhere and you forget to print them out, It's on your Dropbox. You could go to Staples or Office Depot, log into your Dropbox and print from there if you needed to hurriedly print something and you don't have a printer with you. So, you know, it's very simple and easy to download it, and you take all your documents and everything you need with you. Guys, here's a hint. You can download and drop those videos into your Dropbox. Steven's presentation videos that are on YouTube, the 3 video series, part 1, part 2, part 3, drop them in your Dropbox. Yeah, you could go to YouTube and search for them, but it's going to take you a while. This way, you drop them in your Dropbox, it's already on a video. If you run into somebody and you want to show them a quick presentation from your phone, open your Dropbox app, click on the video, and it'll play. So you don't have to spend 10 to 15 minutes trying to find it on YouTube. Anything that you use for your business, guys, put it in here. It's your friend. It's free. Your phone goes with you, so does your business. Take your business on the road. Every document you need, anything. Anything. Just think of it this way. If you're sitting at the doctor's office and you have nothing else to do, you could read through your success packet and study it and practice it before your next presentation. You know, just, guys, this is your friend. Use it. Use it. Even when it comes to the calendar, quite a few times I have people who forgot to call somebody. And I was getting a call from other people saying, hey, you know, so-and-so was supposed to call me and they didn't call me and I wanted to know more about the business. Put the reminder in your phone. I know we have a lot going on. Put a reminder in your phone. Remind you 15 minutes before the call or 15 minutes before you're supposed to hit them up on Facebook. Send yourself a second reminder. Guys, I'm going to tell you, follow-up is key in this business. And if you drop the ball one time, that could be the end to that opportunity right there. You know, they definitely want to work with somebody who is business-minded and who, you know, is focused on their business and treats it like a business. And guys, some people get so antsy that if you mess up and forget to call them one time, you could look at that as, you know, they're done. That's another person that's not going to join my team. So if you have the smartphones, the Androids, all that stuff, use them to the best that's going to benefit your business. Download Dropbox. Download whatever you need. Ro's giving you some awesome InstaQuote. I have InstaQuote. I have the Photo Lab. You know, if you're on the run and you happen to take a cool picture of yourself driving, plug it into your Photo Lab, anything like that. Boom, upload it to Facebook right from your phone. Don't wait to get home. You can edit all that stuff from your phone and put a post up on the road. So this is your mobile office. Utilize it, guys. Dropbox, InstaQuote, Photo Labs, you name it, whatever it is. Pick Editor. I like Pick Editor too. So I keep going. You know, Ro, I kind of black out when I get started and I just keep going. I apologize. But guys, treat your business like a business, not like a hobby. You have that smartphone, you pay for it. You pay that bill, you bought that phone, use it. This is the easiest way to make your business mobile for you. And I mean, it's key when you need to actually pull something up readily. That Dropbox is the ticket for me. That's what I love Dropbox. So I'm going to zip it, Ro.
No, that's great stuff because you're right. Dropbox uses the cloud technology, guys. It puts all of your files at your fingertips. And I know you can even set up a folder on all of your home computers, and whatever you put to Dropbox from your phone, when you get home, all you got to do is put your phone down and sit in front of your computer and open up your Dropbox folder. It's there on your computer now. It is awesome. It's awesome. You can get it for free, like Candace said, and the more people you refer to it, you could give your link on Dropbox to a friend of yours, and I think Dropbox will give you more space to use for free in your account if you refer other people. So guys, you know, there's that referral marketing thing again, guys. Referrals is powerful. So, you know, a lot of companies are taking notice that, you know, people, word of mouth is the way to go. So that's just a little clue as far as what we're doing in this business. Word of mouth and your opinion about things and your recommendation about things, if you have influence and people know, like, and trust you, that goes a long way. Dropbox is using it. Netflix is using it. A lot of big companies out there use referral marketing, guys. So there's just a little clue for you. But anyway, guys, we didn't want to keep everybody too long today. I see we've been going for about almost an hour. So I'm going to check the questions one more time. Okay, here we go. A question from Josephine White. Hey, Josephine, good to see you on the webinar. She says, when posting to Facebook, how can I have, for example, hashtag one love attached to my post? So if I think I understand your question correctly, you're asking about how do you put the hashtags and use that on your Facebook posts. It works the same on Facebook as it does on Twitter and on Instagram. If you put that, as you're making a post, if your post is text only, at the end of whatever you're saying, if you put that hashtag and your keyword at the end of your post, anyone that searches Facebook and puts that hashtag and the keyword in, they will see your post. So if it's text only, just include it in what you're saying at the end of whatever you're saying. If you're posting a video or you're posting a photo of something, Facebook is going to give you a space in your description to talk about what's going on in that media, whether it's your photo or video or music file, whatever. And you can put a hashtag and whatever keyword you want right there in the description, and Facebook will include it to be searchable for that keyword. So I hope that answers the question for you, Josephine, and glad to see you on the webinar. Anybody else? If anybody else has any question whatsoever, guys, now is the time to ask it. But with that, I'll go back there and check it in a few more moments. But it's always fun being on this team and knowing that we have the kind of leadership that provides so much value to us as a team. They have the Facebook group. They have the file section. Guys, please look at the file section. Please look at what Candace posted in there at the very top of the group as far as the success packet. That's what we talked about today. Please get that and utilize it in your business. Put it in your Dropbox and use that, folks. That's what it's there for. And like I said, we're here to help everyone. If there's anything that any of the leadership can do, and it's possible for us to do it, please know that we will do it. That includes 3 ways. That includes answering questions on the fly if we can. That even includes traveling to a different state. I know Candace recently went to Florida and showed out for the team. So guys, if you have something, and this team is all about helping each other. So if you have something and there's something that we can do to help you move your business to a different level, please know that we will do it. If it's possible for us to do it, we will get it done for you, okay? So with that, I'll go back and check the questions one last time. No new questions, guys. Hey, I'm just tickled every time we can get on here and help somebody out, help the business go easier for you. We love that, guys. We love it. And with that, somebody else just popped a question in there for us. That's good. I'm loving this, guys. If you have a question, feel free to put it in there. And this question is from Mr. Wilson Ortiz. Hey, Mr. Ortiz, I'm glad you made it on the webinar. Great to have you as someone who's stepping out and showing that as they're a leader. They're right here where you need to be on a Sunday afternoon if you want to take your business to a different level. His question is, has anyone tried contacting local stores or bars to sell Thunder? If you have, how did you do it? I did via Facebook, but I did not get any responses yet. Okay, so with that, I'm going to pass that question over to Candace. Candace, if I remember correctly, didn't you share some information about getting approved to talk to vendors about sharing our products?
Yes, there's actually, you can actually sell your product right now to the local bars and so forth, but to actually get a distributor agreement, if you go to, I believe it's blog.wakeupnow.com, they have an actual tab up there where you can complete a distributor agreement application. But for the time being, if you take your product, and I've done this already, and I actually will be doing this for a couple local areas, but I took in some sample cans of the Awakened Thunder, and I had the management team actually sample it first. And what I've done is I made an agreement with them that if I dropped off a case of Awakened to you, free for you to try to sell in your store, will you consider actually putting it on the shelf? So I'm giving them a case to see how it sells. Because think about it, Wilson, you're actually going to get personal volume points from that case anyway. So if they happen to order cases, you're getting personal volume points. I don't want the money back. I just got personal volume points. So I actually gave them the option that I'm going to actually start dropping off a case of Awaken to 3 different locations for them to sample and try to sell the one case to see how it goes. And then if it does sell pretty good, they have made the agreements. Yes, if it does sell good, you know, we would like to keep it in the store, what have you. I've actually already completed a distributor agreement application. It is going to take some time because they're kind of doing it like a testing. So it is going to take some time before you hear back. But right now, you can actually sell your product. You can resell your product right now to them by having them sign up as preferred customers and so forth to order. So what I recommend doing is what I did. You know, take a couple cans, talk to them, let them try it, and then let them know, you know, I'd like to order a case to bring here for you to do a sample test sale on it. You know, you guys keep all the profit. I just want to see how it sells. And then go from there. And then they can determine if they want to go ahead and put it in the store or what have you. But that's what I've done. So I don't know if anybody else has done it. If anybody else has, you know, please feel free to put something up in the SME page letting us know what is working for you or what alternative you went with. That would be great. But it's kind of new to all of us. So we're just kind of, you know, going with the flow with it, I guess we would say.
Man, that's great stuff, because just being, just having the company, you know, allow us to resell as, you know, approved distributors. That's awesome, because, you know, that gives you another stream of volume. That gives you another stream of possible income. And I love the way Candace approaches it, where I'm going to give this to you. I'm not trying to profit immediately. I'm gonna run a test market at your store with your permission. And if it does well, hey, you know, please come back to me and sign this agreement and come back to me, and we'll get you more. We'll get you as a preferred customer, and then you can, you know, have this inventory right in your store, and it's all through you guys. It's creating volume, and I'm telling you, you get some retail stores to be part of your preferred customer base and get those get that product on order every month. Guys, that's as good as having an F4 leg. As good or better having an F4 or 5 leg in your business, because the volume points, they work either way. Whether someone comes up and signs up as the platinum plan and that's 90 points of volume, or you just get a whole bunch of preferred customers, that still helps you get to that next income level in the Wake Up Now compensation plan. So outstanding stuff right there, guys. I hope you took notes on what Candace was saying about how to do that. That's good stuff. All right.
Before you go on, I wanted to touch on one thing, because I just got a Facebook message from somebody. I guess they're afraid to raise their hand and ask a question, so I won't call their name out. But I did get a message that had asked, when you do postcard or flyer marketing, what is your technique in getting the information to somebody if you're physically walking up to them? One thing that I do, I don't even have a postcard here with me, but just as an example, this is my postcard. If I was walking up to Ro, or Ro was standing there and I made conversation with Ro, I want to hand him my postcard, flyer, whatever, make eye contact with him. If I don't know his name, you know, hey, sir, just wanted to hand this to you. If you know of anybody who can make an additional $600 to $2,500 a month or more from the comfort of their own home, and you think that I can help them, would you please do me the favor of passing this on to them? I don't ask them, I want to see if you're interested. Because instantly when you say that, they're not interested. They don't know you from Adam. When you say, hey, I want to see if you're interested in this, instantly their guard's up. They're not interested. You know, hi, sir, I wanted to see if you would do me the honor. If you know somebody who is interested in making an extra $600 to $2,500 a month or more from home, would you do me the favor of passing this on? What they're going to do is, as soon as you gave it to them, they're going to look at it themselves. They might throw it away, yes, but I can guarantee you more people are going to look at it themselves and keep it, as opposed to me running up to Ro and saying, hey, Ro, I started this home-based business, and you can make $600 to $2,500 a month or more, and I want you to sign up, and I want to know if you'll come to my presentation and sit here and look at it for me, please, huh, please? That's not going to work. So if you kind of do like a little passive marketing with them to let them know, you know, you're in the business of blessing others and helping others. So you wanted to see if they would do the honor of passing this on to somebody who you could help. Because when you turn around and walk away, they're sitting there thinking, well, yeah, she can help me. I need that extra $600 to $2,500 a month or more. Let me see what she's talking about. So kind of hit them on the passive, because if you hit them direct, they get offensive and instantly they're not interested. I don't care. They could go home and read it over 15 times, but they don't know you from Adam. Now they're not interested. They put their guard up. You just asked them to buy something, even though you didn't ask them to buy anything. We don't sell anything. We share. You didn't ask them, but that's their instant mentality. That's their instant thought. So kind of go passive. I wanted to see if you would do the honor of passing this on to somebody who you think that I can help as well. So I hope that answered that for you guys.
Good stuff. Good stuff. It does bring the defenses down a notch when you're not going at them directly. Because I know when I pick up the phone and someone says, "Mr. Fisher, are you interested?" Click. No, I'm not interested. You just interrupted my day. Okay, so you know, if you're, instead of coming at them direct like that, it's just like walking into a store and, you know, someone comes up to you and they don't even know what you're in there for, and they ask you, "Hey, can I help you?" The first thing that most people say is, "No, I'm just browsing." Even if you are looking for something, you don't even know where it is, but you don't want somebody interrupting you, you know, by hitting you directly between the eyes with something. So it always works a lot better if you take their defenses down by saying, "Hey, you know, I'm not shooting at you, but can you do me a favor? Can you pass this to someone else that may be open to earning an extra $600 to $2,500 a month?" That brings the defenses down. So good stuff. Appreciate that. So it looks like there are no other questions that we can address today, guys, and it has been a little bit over an hour. But like I said, we love helping the team, guys. Like I said before, if there's anything that any of the leadership can do to help you get to the next level with Wake Up Now, please send us a Facebook message. You know, post in the group. You know, we're here to help you get to the next level. So, you know, we appreciate you guys for attending the training today. Thank you for being patient with us. You know, we know we're not Steve and Lanacy or Rachel, but we try to step up and step in whenever they need us, guys, and that's what team is all about. So we appreciate you guys. If you're watching this on the recording, go into the group, check out that success packet. Either it's pinned in the group, or it's, you know, if you're watching this recording at a later time, it may be under the Files tab in the Self-Made Empire group. So check that out. So, okay, guys, like I said, we love you. We're hoping we gave you some value today, and we will see you either at the top or from the top. So hopefully we'll see you up there. Take care and take charge. We'll talk to you later.